Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. How you guys doing? I hope you're having an amazing day. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys an I'll keep you posted video. So I started, sorry, I'm not sure what I'm saying right now. Okay, I need some chocolate right now. Give me a moment, please. Chocolate from the freezer is yum. So I started this series on my channel 2-3-ish months ago, I want to say. I'll have my playlist down below in the description box if you guys want to binge watch any other videos. But it's basically where I kind of get back to you guys in regards to if a product worked for me or if it didn't. I will also mention if the product was sent to me by the brand or if I purchased it on my own. But I've been really enjoying like making these videos because I just feel like it's so helpful. You know what I mean? For you guys, because you always ask me like, hey, like, did you really like that product? And I'm like, I never let you know. So yeah, it's just a great way for me to really keep you posted, keep you in the loop, and let you guys know if something is worth your money or not, you know? How much times did I say, you know? Quite a few times. I will have these items linked down below. Get comfortable, get cozy, get in the zone. Let's do this. So first up, I have the Scrub Up Your Life Body Exfoliator from Soap & Glory. This is about, I want to say $10-ish. It was sent to me by Soap & Glory, and I've been using it for a little bit now. I really love it. It's very different than any other exfoliators, mainly because the exfoliating beads are so fine, but it does such an amazing job at exfoliating and making your skin feel really nice and squeaky clean, you know? Plus it smells amazing, like really good. I'll generally use this about once a week, but I'll try to exfoliate a little bit more, like especially on my shoulders and elbows. Head, shoulders, knees, and when was the last time I ever sang that song? Elementary. I think this is super solid. A little bit goes a very long way. Also, if I'm going to be self-tanning, I usually go in with this, or I'll use the or I'll use the Ofra one, which is really good too. That one I would say has maybe more noticeable exfoliating beads, and it's maybe a tad bit more harsh. If you like that style, then that's still really good. I love that. But this right here is definitely much more finer, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really enjoy this. It says here, you start to believe that a scrub can conquer all. Yes. Next up, we have the Urban Decay Naked Wild West eyeshadow palette here. So I did a first impression on this. I'll have that video linked down below if you guys want to see it in action. This was sent to me by Urban Decay, and I really love it. Now, even if they didn't send it over, this is definitely one that I would have purchased on my own. Firstly, because I feel like I am a collector of the Naked palettes. I have like the whole collection like chilling right there up front and center. But then also, I really like the color story of this. I know to some it might seem very typical and just kind of like the same. Which I can kind of see because we have a lot of like neutral warm tone shades, but I also feel like they did a really great job with this one because it includes cool tone shades as well, and then we also have pops of like this teal type of color, and then there's blue right over here. This palette has 12 eyeshadows in total. We have matte and metallic finishes, a nice selection of both. I want to say that there are 8 mattes and 4 metallics. Yes, I'm pretty sure. With this palette, there really is a ton you can do. Like sometimes with like certain palettes, I feel like you can do maybe 2 or 3 looks, and sometimes the looks kind of look the same. But with this one, really there is a ton of different options here, especially because we have the cooler and warm tone shades and then these bluish shades here as well. These build up amazingly, very easy to blend out, easy peasy lemon squeezy vibes. You can go very light with this, very everyday with this, or you can totally amp it up if you're looking to do so with this one. So definitely one that I've been enjoying a ton, and I really have been using it so much for the past, like since I received them. And I definitely think it's going to be a favorite of mine for 2021. So good. Next up, I have this mascara here from McGrath. This is the Fetish Eyes Mascara. I received this in the Ipsy X box, which I personally paid for, so I guess technically I paid for this. But if you were to purchase this on its own, it is $30. Here is what the wand looks like. It does have a natural bristled wand, and there isn't any major shape to it. It seems pretty like regular and standard in a way, but it also has like this fluffiness to it too. Also, even though it is fluffy, it's not massively huge, because I've tried other mascaras in the past that the wand was just huge and it was just really awkward to get a nice coat on the eye. So this really is a good mascara. I have to say I've been really enjoying it. It gives you pretty much everything you want a mascara to give you: length, volume, tons of fullness, and it just looks really good. It also doesn't flake throughout the day, and it doesn't irritate my eyes, because there were mascaras that I really enjoy the second I put it on. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks really good, you know? An hour or two in the day, my eyes cannot stop scratching, you know? This right here doesn't do that. So overall, fantastic mascara. If you are looking for something luxurious, something that you feel like the vibe with, because it is McGrath at the end of the day, then I would say it's very nice and I think you would really enjoy it. But if you're not wanting to spend the $30, there are so many other drugstore mascaras that are really, really good. So I guess depending on if it's something that you really want to do it. Next, I have this little palette here by Too Faced. This is the Kitty Likes to Scratch palette. I did recently purchase, pretty much, not necessarily so recently, but I purchased a bunch of these little ones by Too Faced, and I'm slowly getting my way through all of them. So this is one that I was focusing on. I do like the color story. It's a nice neutral palette. You pretty much get your mattes, your metallics, some satin shades. One shade here is a matte with gold glitter. And I would say it's a great go-to day-to-day palette. It does retail for $25, and this was one that I purchased on my own. The top row has more of like a cranberry-ish vibe, very neutral cranberry vibe, and then the bottom row is more neutral. With this one, I felt like I really was able to do a lot. It's definitely not a palette that we've never seen, but I feel like the color combinations work really well together. You can use this for a more dramatic look or a more everyday look if you'd like. I don't know if this palette necessarily has any scent to it. I don't really smell anything, but it's a pretty easy, simple, go-to easy palette to work with. It's not my favorite from Too Faced in regards to their little ones. It's just not one that I gravitate towards like the most. I'm also not the biggest fan of the packaging. I love the other ones more, but if you were looking for something nice, neutral, cute, small, easy, I think that this definitely serves its purpose. Okay, next up we have this right here from e.l.f. This is the Solid Sponge Cleanser. This is really good. I did purchase this on my own from e.l.f.'s website. It comes like in a little container, and then you have your little like solid block of soap on the inside. I've used this a decent amount of times, and I still have so much of the actual soap left, which I think is great. It has like a little bit of an interesting-ish smell. I'm not crazy over it, but not like nauseating or gross. So I just pretty much take my brush and kind of like massage it in there or something and then wash it. I feel like it does clean my brushes really well, like really well. This retails for like $4. I usually just use like the regular bar of soaps that I would find at the Dollar Tree. Those are really good too. I'll tell you, the only difference that I personally realize is that kind of almost feels like there's something residual left on the brush even after you wash it a lot. With this one, it really feels like there's nothing there and you really feel the texture of the bristles. I still like the bars of soap and I probably will still use them from time to time. It's just nice to have. It's affordable, it's easy, and it does, to the most part, get the job done. But if you were wanting something that is mainly made for brushes, then I would say this right here has been amazing and I really like it. I could see myself repurchasing. I also like the fact, again, that it comes in a little box because it just keeps things neat, you know? With the other like bars of soap, I just leave it like out and it doesn't look so good, but love this. Next I have this little, oh boy. Okay, next I have this little trio right here from Morphe. This is the Deep Smoky 3A palette. It legit just like poured its heart out here on my little chair. So this right here was actually purchased from TJ Maxx. Emma did purchase this for me in the TJ Maxx mystery box. I did a whole unboxing on that. I'll have that video linked down below. It was a lot of fun, but I paid her for the box basically. So I would say it's one that was purchased, definitely not sent by Morphe. I liked the vibe of this because I felt like you can just create a nice smoky look with just these three shades and it'd be like, you know what I mean? But it's a smoky look. So usually I feel like for me that takes such a long time, but with this I felt like it would be 1, 2, 3. It wasn't really 1, 2, 3 with this. I feel like it was just, it kind of sucked, to be honest with you. Don't pick this up. I really don't like it. I feel like it has such a major stiffness and tons of fallout, like beyond. With the matte, it builds up nicely, but the type where you had to go in a few times, even if it was very pigmented, it just looked like someone punched me in the eye. I'll be honest with you. And then with these two metallic shades, this one especially, like I use that mainly for the lids, and it just didn't look good. It was a type where it has such a stiffness that it can't even blend out on the eye, and it feels so cheap. It feels so cheap. I do not like this. I don't recall Morphe's formula being this way. Like there are some palettes that I do enjoy from them, but this sucked. Do not pick it up. No good. No bueno. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about the Natasha Denona Mini Love Collection. I did a first impression on the full collection, so I'll have the video linked down below. Loved how the look came out there. Let me tell you, you guys were obsessed with how I like did my hair, so thank you so much. But let me speak to you guys about the palette first. So this right here is a 5-pan palette. We get 2 mattes. I would say 2 more like satin and 1 more like glittery metallic, but it's not piecey. Like, it's very, very smooth. I love this. This is so nice. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today and it is absolutely stunning. The mattes just blend like an absolute dream. You can do so much with this even though you only get 5 shades. I know every time a new little baby 5-pan palette comes out, I'm like, okay, this is my favorite, this is my favorite, and I always say that, but really this is my favorite. This is so good. I love that you can get like that pinkier purpley toned look just by using this, and I have to say I feel like berry tones and these kind of shades just look good on everyone. Like, I'm never disappointed with like this kind of color story, but with this palette specifically, really easy to work with. I'm telling you, Natasha's formula, there is something about her formula that I personally feel like cannot be beat. Like, she really has it down. If you don't want to get like the bigger Love palette, I think that this is not the same, of course, but it kind of could give you like a similar vibe, you know? So nice. Obsessed, as I'm sure you can see. Then I wanted to speak to you guys about the Love Cheek Duo. Oh, these I purchased on my own. I'm sure you guys knew that. But basically, this is the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. In here we are getting a cream blush bowl. In here we are getting a cream blush and a more like baked gelée highlighter, so pretty much like a powder, but it has like this major smoothness to it. Love the embossment of that. So for the blush, I do really like that. I find that it's a blush that I generally like to wear on a more natural day. It builds up really, really nicely, but not a major intensity, so something to keep in mind. That's why I personally love to wear it on more natural days. If I'm going for like the full shebang, like, I probably won't reach for this, but the formula is beautiful. It has more of like a mousse like texture. It sinks into the skin and it looks really, really pretty on. Perfect for year round, but especially going into like the warmer months. Yes. And as for the highlighter, also a highlighter that is a little bit more on the natural side for me. If I'm going for that like OMG vibe highlighter, this is not one that I'm gonna use. It's like a whitish gold, slightly pinky highlighter, very unique to my collection, and I find that when I'm going again for more of that natural look, this is really one that I love to use a lot. So if you are a more natural makeup wearer, I think this would just be a great go-to little duo. I personally really enjoy it and I think it is worth the money. Then I have the Natasha Denona lipstick in Ambrosia. I feel like I'm always pronouncing stuff wrong here, but this is, I think, my 3rd lipstick from her line, the I Need a Nude line. I think that's what it's called. I love these. Now, the formula really is stunning, very comfortable, pretty opaque, lasts a long time, and is just heavenly on the lips. Is this a shade that we've never seen ever? Not necessarily. I wouldn't say it's too cool or too warm now that I wore it for a longer period of time. I feel like also with different lip liners, it can kind of pull different, but if you never tried the formula of these lipsticks, they're really solid stuff, and I personally really enjoyed it. If you're looking to spend a little bit more, I think that this might be a pretty unique formula to her line. Like, I don't know if I've tried a lipstick that feels this way on. It's very good. Next, I wanted to speak to you guys about this Youth to the People Yerba Mate Resurfacing Energy Facial. This is one that I purchased on my own a little bit ago, probably about a year ago now, I want to say. It's almost done. So I do have a little bit left. I really enjoy it. A bit pricey. I did purchase this on my own. I purchased this before Youth to the People started sending me PR, and it's good stuff. The thing that I realized with this is it really does help with texture on the skin. So once you apply it, it has like little baby exfoliating beads. You leave it on the face for, I want to say, yeah, 2 to 3 minutes. And once you kind of wipe it off, your face kind of feels like it literally just went through a facial. It feels so good. I did leave it on for 10 minutes the other day, and I would not recommend that because my face was red after. Like, legit, every spot I put it on, it was red. So literally 2 to 3 minutes is all you need with this, and it kind of is like magic in a jar kind of thing. Last time I did speak about a product from The Ordinary it's somewhat similar, I guess. I feel like they kind of do have the same outcome in a way. Maybe this one right here does a little bit more, but if you're not looking to spend too much, I do really love this. But The Ordinary like face product is also really good. I'll put a picture up here. Okay, and then lastly, I did want to speak to you guys about these little blushes here from e.l.f. I've been testing these out to their T to see if they're worth it or not. So I did purchase these on my own. They retail for, I think, $6 or $8. I have one of these shade Bahamas. This right here is a beautiful, more like neutral peachy tone shade, and then I have the shade Turks and Caicos, and this is more of like a neutral shade as well, but it leans more towards like the pinky side. I would definitely say that these are more of like a cream to powder product. So once you apply it, it kind of sets down as a powder, which I think is pretty cool. The formula is a little bit more on the stiffer side, and I found that with at least these specific shades, you really kind of have to build it up to see like something appear on the skin. And I mean, I'll say that I think that I'm pretty much on the fair to light spectrum. And with these, I really have to like go in a few times to kind of build up. So it's more of like a, how do they say it? One second. You know how like no makeup look? It's like a no blush look kind of thing. I love comparing cream blushes to the Tower 28 cream blush because that's my ultimate favorite cream blush formula. And that one has more of like a give to it, and it looks so nice on the skin and it lasts. With this, I didn't find that it necessarily lasted that long. So with these, not my favorite, not gonna lie. I don't hate them. I would still definitely use them for like a no blush look. Or if I have the time to kind of build up, then it probably would be one that I would reach for, but it's not like my favorite formula to work with really. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I feel like I legit have been speaking for the past 3 hours, like literally. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Please keep me posted if you've tried out any of these products, if you agree with me or disagree with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.